Des Moines, and all of Central Iowa, welcome to Mac's World Live. Mac's World is your world. Every day we talk about the issues and topics that matter most to you. And as always, it's your voice we want to hear in Mac's World. So join the conversation by calling 515-244-0077. And now, here's the host of Mac's World Live, J. Michael McCoy.
All right, good afternoon. 7 minutes after the hour of 3 o'clock on this 25th day of November in the Lord's year 2015. I'm J. Michael McCoy, and this is Mac's World Live, the Thanksgiving edition. And today I am really excited about this show. I have my friend and brother in Christ and Bible study mate, Tom Deerdorf. Tom's been on here before with Bill
Becknell.
Becknell, that's right, the guy who goes to Russia.
Dr. Bill.
Dr. Bill. All right. And when Dr. Bill and Tom were on, we talked about the fact that Tom and his wife, Kay, adopted two Russian girls. Am I right on that?
Yes.
And when you were how old?
I was 14.
15. All right, so 14 and 15. So you're not twins.
No.
But you're sisters.
Yes.
Okay. And what part of Russia did you come from?
Siberia.
Siberia.
Yamal.
All right. Huh?
Yamal.
Yamal.
To be exact, yes.
So that's the Yamal is like the town?
That's the name of the region in Siberia.
All right, so Yamal in Siberia, which is in Russia.
Russia,
Yes.
So it'd be like Clive, Des Moines, United States.
Yes.
Okay.
Something like that.
All right, and their husbands and kids are here. This is going to be awesome because there's going to be little kids running around because these guys are, what, 4 and 5? 3, 4, and 5? All right, so you're going to hear noises and all that stuff, and that's just awesome. I love that. Plus, we have the two husbands, Marcus, who is married to Dyana, and Juan, who is married to Stayce. Did I get that right?
Yes.
All right, and you guys just have to be right up on this microphone should you want to talk. And I want you to know, audience, put a camera on them for a second. They are staying so far away from the microphones. But hopefully we'll get a little out of you. And I will need you, sir, to move that way because you're not even in the... No, keep going. You're going to have to act like you like your brother-in-law there. Slide all the way around. There you go. Now we can see everybody. And that handsome little fella there is Jaden. How you doing, Jaden? Can you see yourself up there on TV? Yeah, and you're on the radio. All right, so this is the interview for the next 2 hours. We are there is nothing new to talk about in the news other than, well, there's really nothing to talk about. So if you need the news, tune into Kevin Cooney's Next to the Last thing. Oh, no, last night was his last night, wasn't it?
Yes.
He's done. Okay, so forget Kevin. He's gone. He's yesterday's news. So there's other places to get the news, and obviously we're hooked up to Reuters and Associated Press. If anything should happen, we'll bring you details. The only thing that's really happening on the front in the Middle East is, how do I say this unbiasedly? Okay, I can't. But our president is messing it up, continuing, and that's my humble opinion, not the opinions of anybody else in the studio. But it just continues. He's trying to make us feel comfortable that we are safe over the Thanksgiving holiday. I don't think he's doing anything to make us safe, but I pray that God Almighty is going to keep us safe over this Thanksgiving holiday. And then if anybody's into politics, I'll talk politics. Just step up to that microphone. That's my wet banana. I like that. All right, so let's go over here to Dyana and Stayce, and I have them next to each other and on one camera. And Dad, I forgot to introduce you. Dad over here is Tom. And Tom, you've got the microphone, so anytime you want to step in, you just step in. And guys, don't let these girls who would get away with saying something isn't so. You got to step in and say, "No, wait a minute, hold on, girlfriend. It's not exactly the way it happened." Now, I should say, Dyana and Marcus, you live here in Des Moines?
Yes.
And you, Stayce, and Juan, you live?
In Bettendorf.
Bettendorf. Mm-hmm. So you're over here for days.
Yes, we are.
All right. Now, you, Dyana, and Stayce were 14 and 15. How old are you now?
I'm 25.
I'm 27. And I need to change the 15 to 16. I turned 16
Okay.
already when I came
I
here.
was looking at the math there, Diana, and I was going to ask you about
Yeah.
because somehow, see, you're getting older than your sister, but I see. All right.
Yes.
All right. Now, you're born in Yamal, Siberia.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Tell me what Yamal, Siberia looks like.
It is a flat land with really small trees. Basically, no trees. Where we have Dad helped me out on this one. There are not really trees. They are bushes.
Shrubs.
Yeah, they're
bushes.
Shrubs.
Okay.
bushes,
Bushes, yes.
small pine trees. They're in the tundra area.
Okay. What's the climate like?
Climate as at this moment they have no sun.
No sun.
No sun. It is dark from all day and all night,
Okay.
and it will be like this until March or April.
Oh my.
No sun. So the sun will start coming up at the end of May, and will stay up all night and all day.
All right.
So
And what's the temperature there right now?
right now it was minus 41
41
below.
And what about the hot season?
Hot season, I would say
It doesn't really get that hot.
maybe 75.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Okay.
80 in some regions,
Okay, but where you guys were at?
Yeah, it wasn't as hot as you couldn't wear a tank top in the summertime.
Okay, all right. And it's really, really, really cold in the winter.
Yes.
Yes,
really cold.
definitely.
All right. Now, if I ask anything that you don't want to answer, just say I don't want to answer that, and I won't badger you or anything. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Please, you're my
Okay.
guest here. This
Okay.
is to honor you and your husbands and your family, not to embarrass you or anything like this.
Sure.
Okay. So, you're born to a woman and a man.
Yes.
Who's your biological mom and dad?
Mother's name was Vera,
Vera. Okay.
and father's name Mikhail.
Mikhail.
You can say Mikhail, yes.
So it'd be Michael in English.
Yeah, like Michael, yes.
Okay. All right. Now, did you know either one of these people?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
We did.
Yes.
Did you live with them?
We did. Well, we still have memories of being with them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Up
I
to-
would say we lived with mom and dad until at least I was 4 when we got adopted by our aunt on that side of family.
Okay. And you got adopted by her sister,
By dad's sister.
dad's sister,
Yes.
Other sister. Yes.
and you remained living in Yamal, Siberia. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, just different town.
All right.
That was after their father passed away.
Okay. So
Yes.
dad passed away when you
Yes.
were about 4 or so.
1993, he passed away.
Okay. And how did he die?
He had tuberculosis.
Okay. And then mom, Vera, just couldn't handle the kids, or what? Why did she give you up?
She was an alcoholic, and she just kind of gave up on us,
Okay.
or herself, I'd rather say.
I was going to thank you. I was going to correct that. She didn't give up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gave up on herself.
Yeah.
By the way, so you know, I have been sober for 2,029 days, which is about 5.5 years.
Wow.
I have not
That's
had
awesome.
a drink. So I have a wonderful appreciation and respect for people who battle with alcoholism. All right. So you're not going to hear bad things out of me for that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what was your aunt's name?
Valia.
Mila?
Valia.
Lila?
Valeria.
You can say Valeria.
Valia.
V.
V.
Valeria.
Yeah.
I don't know how do you guys do all this?
We don't ask.
You don't ask. Right? Yeah, I'm the dummy for asking, right?
Just kind of works.
Yeah, okay. All right. And do you still have memory? Is Vera still alive?
She passed away about 4 years ago, I would say.
All right. Do you still have contact with Valera, your aunt?
No, she passed away
As
maybe
well,
like 6
yes.
years ago.
Okay. So do you have any relatives left back in Russia?
We have cousins. I mean, it's more like family friends and
Okay.
Like distant cousins.
yeah, distant cousins. And we do have cousin there who is my aunt's daughter. Well, our aunt's daughter. We talk to her sometimes on Skype.
Okay. And who is that again?
Her name is Lyudmila.
And she is who?
She is our mom's, our aunt's daughter.
Aunt's daughter.
Yes.
So your niece.
Yes.
No,
No,
cousin.
Cousin, yeah.
Cousin. And
Yep.
she still lives there?
Yes.
Okay. Now, can you, let me try to reset this as well. I'll reset it here in a couple minutes. What did you live in when you lived in Yamal, Siberia? What did you live in a house?
We lived in a house. At the beginning, I remember living in a teepee with my father. I think he had reindeer. I was really young, but I have some of the memories of teepee, reindeer, a sled. So once our mother, as soon as we started school, we went to live with our mom in a house.
So your mom and dad didn't live together?
No, I don't think so.
They were not married?
I believe they were married, but there was no rings involved.
Okay. All right. But were they celibate to each other? Were they the only ones that they were with?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I know that
wouldn't
much.
know, yeah.
All right. All right, we're going to take our first break. I love the sound of the kids in the background. And guys, don't worry about that. Just let them play. Just don't let them hit me with anything. We have Dyana and Marcus and Stayce and Juan. Dyana and Stayce are sisters, 25 and 27 years old, adopted into an American family. How many years ago?
10 years ago.
10 years ago, okay. And living now in Des Moines and Bettendorf. And the kids you hear in the background are their kids, and we're talking about what an amazing Thanksgiving this Thanksgiving and everyone since they got here was like for these wonderful guys, wonderful kids, and these daughters of Jesus. We'll come back because we're live always on 99.3.
Credit cards are like grandkids. They love you, sometimes get out of control, and it's fun to get a new one. Who can stop them from piling on?
Hi, I'm Tom Coates with Consumer Credit of Des Moines. At the end of the day, you can return the grandkids, but you're stuck paying off bad credit card debt. We'll help you put the fun back into using credit cards responsibly. Right, kids? Yeah!
If you need help getting credit cards off your back, call Consumer Credit of Des Moines.
Hi, my name is David Burrier, your Hope Coach. I host a live weekly talk show called I've Been There every Thursday afternoon at 5:30, right here on webcast1live.com, and on my weekly radio program Saturday mornings at 10 on Truth Network 99.3 FM. I interview common everyday people who have survived incredible life challenges and who testify to God's faithfulness in the midst of their storms. So join me as we bring a message of hope and encouragement. Everybody needs hope. I know, because I've been there.
Rock and Prevention is celebrating 25 years of creating a caring community. We want to say thank you to the tens of thousands of Rock High School mentors that have carried our message of health, love, and encouragement to over 1.5 million children, teachers, and parents. Our mentors teach children methods and skills to prevent bullying and drug use. Thank you to all the school administrators, teachers, and counselors for their opportunity to serve you. Rock on, fair citizens, rock on! This is Pat McManus for Rock and Prevention, the Richard O. Jacobson Foundation, and this station.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios, this is Webcast One Live.
All right, good afternoon. We're back 21 minutes after the hour of 3 o'clock on this 25th day of November in the Lord's year 2015. I'm J. Michael McCoy. Here's an invitation to you. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a little froggy. I have gotten new medication, and I think I'm getting better. I'm not contagious, I'm told. But I will tell you that Thursday and Friday, Chris Roloff or The Best of Us will be playing, and we will not see you again live until Monday. And we thank you for that time off. You're the listeners. You're the most important people in the room. And without you, I couldn't do this, and I love my job, and I appreciate you being there listening every day or watching whatever you're doing. But I need to take a couple days off. I need to rest this voice. Now, tomorrow, I will not be talking, but I'll be cooking as a whole slew. How many's a slew, Tom? Is there an official term for slew? There's going to be about 15 of us tomorrow cooking Thanksgiving dinner for you. Yeah, you. You're invited. Lutheran Church of Hope. Meal will be served at 11. Actually, it might be served a little earlier than that, but there will be a church service celebrating Thanksgiving from 10 to 11, a full celebration church service, which you're invited to. And then afterwards, please enjoy us for a complimentary free will offering, whatever you want, for Thanksgiving dinner. And I'll be making the mashed potatoes. So if they're good, make sure you tell me. If they're not, Tom Deerdorf made the mashed potatoes. I forgot about that. If they're not good, are you coming to help cook tomorrow?
My mashed potatoes are good.
Mine too. Mine too. But I think you're going to have a house full tomorrow, aren't you?
We're going to our oldest daughters for their family and ours.
Okay. All right. So here's who we have today. The two ladies you hear are Dyana and Stayce. They are 25 and 27. Their husbands are Marcus and Juan. Dyana and Marcus live in Des Moines, and Stayce and Juan live in Bettendorf. Okay, and the children you hear in the background, which I hope doesn't bother you, I love it. When Tom said this morning, do you think it'd be okay to bring the kids? I said, absolutely. This is a family show about Thanksgiving, and what could be cooler than having, what do we have, 5 kids back here?
4.
We have 4 kids running around, all ages, from 2 to 5?
6.
2 to 6, okay. And they may pop on your screen. They may come into your ears. Whatever works, I hope it's okay with you. These young ladies were raised in a village in Siberia, particularly Yamal, Siberia. Stayce can recall living in a teepee with your father.
Yes.
Raising reindeer.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Now,
correct.
Tom, you said another kind of deer.
It's a reindeer is the same as a caribou.
They are the same.
Yes.
Was a reindeer invented by Santa Claus?
I must have.
Yeah. Okay. Because we didn't have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Caribou. We had Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But there isn't a species that's different than caribou that are just reindeer.
No, the reindeer is kind of a European name.
Okay, same animal.
Western North America are the caribou.
Okay. Dyana and Stacey's mother and father have both passed away. They then spent until they were 14 and 16 living with their aunt. And then Tom and his wife, Kay Deerdorf, adopted them, and they are now properly 25 and 27 years old. And we're just talking about the experience. We're talking about family and Thanksgiving. So you lived in a teepee for a while, Stayce. Where did you move to then?
Then I was given to my mother, who lived in a village, in a house.
Village in a house.
Yes.
Okay. What type of house?
A multi-family. We had neighbors.
Okay.
Another family lived across the wall.
In like an apartment?
No, it wasn't an apartment?
It's like an apartment, I suppose. There's a bunch of doors and...
Never mind. It was an apartment. Yes.
Okay.
What I'm thinking of the other house that I lived in.
So you moved into an apartment. So as a couple little girls, you remember the hallways to the apartments and living there.
Yes.
Did you have indoor plumbing?
I don't think so.
I mean, when you
No, we did not.
Yeah.
We were living in one bedroom apartment. We only had one big room, and mother divided that room into several sections to divide the bedroom from the kitchen, and
By hanging the sheets up,
okay, all right.
it's kind of separated everything.
we did not have a bathroom or even one bathroom for all. We
Yeah.
just had we just used like buckets,
Okay.
and everybody in the whole building just used buckets.
Yeah.
And then where did you dump the buckets?
I never asked. I never seen them. Anywhere.
You didn't have to dump them. So
No,
you're
we
all
didn't
right.
have to.
All right, all right. Ryan, for some reason, I've lost my monitor here, and I don't know why, but I wanted to let you know that if you could check it out. I don't think I have a computer or a monitor. So, all right. When do you remember, either one of you, when do you remember having indoor plumbing, running hot and cold water?
Honestly, I don't think until we got to
the orphanage.
Yes.
We got to the orphanage when I was 13.
And is that when your aunt passed away?
She did not pass away. She became an alcoholic as well. She was holding off for a long time, but she had a boyfriend who was an alcoholic, and she started to drink. I don't know.
And then she couldn't take care
and
of
then
you.
she couldn't even take care of us.
So, I know this probably sounds like a stupid question, but did you girls run away to the orphanage, or did the government come in and take you over, or did your aunt take you there?
There is a long story
yes,
of that. Our aunt would be really abusive towards Dyana.
Because you were the youngest.
Yes.
She was the youngest, and there is in the past, it's kind of when Dyana was really little, our father, right before he died, he came to say goodbye, but I was in school at the time. My mother, or so our aunt says, my mother told Dyana to tell our father to go away, that nobody loved him. So he left the apartment building all heartbroken, after which he died. But not before calling our aunt to tell her about it. So our aunt was really mad and upset that she couldn't make to over to him to say goodbye. So when she adopted us, he told her to adopt just me because he thought mother will fight with aunt for Dyana.
All right.
And but she adopted both of us.
Did he know before he died that he was loved and that wasn't true what was told to him?
We don't know.
You don't know.
We don't know.
All right. All right. So then you went to the orphanage.
Yes.
And that must have been like living in a hotel.
It was
really
good.
nice.
The orphanage, we had new clothes every fall.
Yes.
We had cooks for us. We had even people who would come and clean our bedrooms.
Wow. Okay.
And it was amazing. Every summer
we would get to fly to Black Sea in Ukraine, and we would go fly there, and we would have a chance to be in a Black Ocean or Black Sea.
Okay.
Black Sea.
All right. All right.
And every for 3 months we'll go there and have our little vacation.
All right. Okay, good. So this was really a good life.
It was. It was a good life.
School was in the orphanage.
It was.
All right.
Yes.
During all of this time, let's go back. When mom and dad, was there any faith? Was there any religion? Was there any Jesus? Was there any God?
With me, I never heard of Jesus until I was 15.
Okay.
But I remember I never felt alone. Oh, even though I was alone and everything was like this happening, my father dying, and I had a dream of my dad saying goodbye to me. After he died, he came over and I was pulling him towards my mom, and I said, "Let's go see mom." And he looked at me, he said, "I can't." And he walked away. I watched him walk away, and when I woke up, I went to school. That morning is when he died. After,
oh my.
So when I came home, I learned that he died. So I did not feel as sad because he already said goodbye to me.
In the dream.
In my dream, and I never felt alone after that. And I felt as if he was with me.
Do you feel he's with you now?
Oh, I do. I still do.
Okay.
That feeling of never being alone never left me. So I thought of my father as the guiding spirit.
Okay.
So when I learned the name Jesus, Mom, I had a teacher, an art teacher, and she took me to the secret church.
Secret
church, because people were not allowed to worship God openly.
Okay.
She told me to not tell anyone.
Okay.
Well, I went and I heard the name Jesus. They were singing songs, and I felt really happy. I felt like that feeling that maybe that wasn't my dad that was with me. I felt maybe that was Jesus. So I went back to orphanage, but somehow they already knew that I was there, and they pulled me into the room, and they said, "You're too young to choose what you believe in, so I don't want you to go to this church anymore." Well, after that incident, just a year later is when I found out that we'll be adopted by a Christian family.
And that would be Tom and Kay.
Tom and Kay. Yes.
So you had a concept of who Jesus was.
Yes, I had a feeling.
Stacey or Dyana, how about you?
Well, I honestly, we had these little tiny Bibles that were in everybody's room on the top of the window.
At the orphanage?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody had them.
Okay.
And we just never sat down and read it. We never touched it. We kind of like dusted it, but
what language was it? Was written in Russian?
It was in Russian.
Okay.
Yes.
Your natural tongue is Russian.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, you both speak very good English.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Do you speak
I think.
English as well as you do Russian?
Well, to me, I feel like we are kind of forgetting Russian a little bit if we don't practice, as we try to practice when we see each other.
All right, so you two will talk Russian back and forth to each other.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever talk Russian at your husband's, and then of course they don't understand what you're saying?
Well,
Like
I'm
you get
teaching.
mad at him?
He doesn't really mind it. I teach our kids to speak Russian, and I started the alphabet and everything. And my daughter, who is 6 years old, actually is interested in learning.
Okay.
And whenever they try to speak Russian, the alphabet, they don't have the accent that Americans do.
Yeah. Now, Juan, did you want to say something? You kind of stepped
Yeah,
up.
they always do it all the time, but we just act like we know what they're talking about. So in that way, nah, we have no idea.
But you know some words?
We try to practice a little bit. I know Stacey always tried to teach me a little bit here and there, but my Spanish accent kind of gets in between with the Russian one, so it's a little bit difficult.
Wow, talk about diversity. All right, we're going to take our next break. We are with two sisters who are 25 and 27. They are married to a couple of neat guys, Marcus and Juan. Those sisters were raised in Siberia and then adopted when they were 10 to Tom and Kay Deerdorf. And Tom is here with us today as well as a husband. Did I get something wrong there? It was 10? No.
14.
14.
And 16.
16. Oh, those are the dates.
Yes.
10 years ago.
Yes, 10 years ago.
We're coming back live on The Truth.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios, this is Webcast One Live.
I'm Brian Leach, owner of Service Legends, and my position is Chief Talent Officer.
I'm Nicholas Wonderscheid.
I am Bernie Hobbs.
And I'm the Service Manager.
Marketing Director and Client Relations Manager.
Everything that we do is about ensuring that we exceed your expectations.
Our clients are important to us. 100% satisfaction.
We're not just focused on heating and cooling. That's the easiest part of our job, actually, is fixing furnaces and air conditioners.
Everyone that we come in touch with, we want to improve lives.
Bottom line is, we've got our installation guarantees, 25% energy savings guarantee, comfort guarantee, temperature selection guarantee, property protection guarantee.
100% satisfaction guaranteed. Fixed rate or it's free.
All of those guarantees are backed up with a 100% money back guarantee to hold ourselves accountable to making sure that you get what you're after.
Just fixing the problem today. If they have another problem 5 days down the road, it's still fixed rate or it's free.
We use what's called straightforward pricing. Our technicians are going to give you an exact to-the-penny price on what it's going to take before they move forward with any repair. That way you know what to expect.
It's the same price every day.
No surprises.
If you get off work at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you come home, you realize that, oh, my furnace is broken. Now you need to call somebody out that night. You shouldn't have to pay more for that.
We're guaranteeing service 24/7.
We run afternoons, evenings, nights, weekends. We're staffed to work that.
Phone rings at 3 in the morning. You'll get one of our representatives answering the phone every time.
We're not sending you out to Timbuktu in some call center. It's our Service Legend team members, our mission control team.
I'll take a call anytime.
And then they answer the phones the same way during the day as they do at night.
It's a great day at your service company. How can we make you smile?
That's the only way to provide true 24-hour service.
When you're able to let somebody actually live in their home safely when they weren't able to do that before, where they don't have to stay up at night and worry about, is the heat going to come back on? Are we going to freeze the pipes? Is the baby in the room next door going to be sick because they got too cold? When you're able to help somebody overcome challenges like that, that's impacting a life. That makes a difference. I get goosebumps thinking about it.
I love the team. I love the people that I work with.
We have fun, but we work hard.
I call them my ambassadors of legendary service. If you could just envision what that is, that's who we're sending to your home.
They literally will call in, pick up the phone and call and say, hey, I want to talk to your manager. And I get on the phone, they're like, that technician that was at my house was the greatest technician ever. That's cool to me.
We want to brighten people's days.
Every person that we have going into the house has gone through an extensive background check.
Drug testing, we have a very thorough interview process that 1 out of 140 people make it through.
If we promise you something, that's what you're going to get, no matter what.
We're here when you need us to protect the safety and comfort of your family.
If you're not happy, we're going to make it right.
If we're willing to put 100% money back guarantee on what we do, what type of work do you think we do?
Give us a call. We're there for you 24/7, 365 days a year.
Enough said.
All right, 3:38, 22 before the top, and we are here on this Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Now, please don't be offended if you're listening to this show and it's not the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. This is a show filled with wonderful stuff that I hope we get a chance to play many times over. Let me try to give you the setup here. And again, I apologize for my voice. It is getting better. After today, I can be quiet for 4 days. Well, I can't be quiet for 4 days, but I could be. It's really interesting as I'm reading the scripture reading at church, not only tomorrow morning, but Sunday morning. So maybe God will come in and with the Holy Spirit for just that minute that I'm reading, give me back my harmonious tone. And then after that, I'll go back to talking like I'm sick and tired and everything that I am. Well, it's been a tough throat thing, almost 4 weeks. And I found out what happened. I strained my vocal cords. Now, and it was yelling at your wife. Kay! That's how I got it. But my throat, nose, and ear guy kind of gave me heck because he said, my throat is like a quarterback's arm or a runner's legs. And I have not taken proper care of it here this fall with the weather and everything. And so I strained my vocal cords. So just like you'd strain your ankle or something, I have vocal cords. And now they're fighting my body, and that creates the temperature and all that other stuff. So Tom's been listening to me talk like this for 3 or 4 weeks now. All right, so here's what we have. We have 2 young ladies by the name of Dyana and Stayce. They are 25 and 27. 10 years ago, and they were raised in Yamal, Siberia, Russia, okay? And during that time, they lived with their father and mother. Then they lived with their father's sister, their aunt, and when those people were unable to take care of them, they went to an orphanage. Now, how old were you guys when you went to the orphanage?
I was 13.
I was 12.
All right. So you were only in the orphanage for a couple of years?
Yes.
When you were adopted?
Yes.
All right. Now, you said that you had a Bible in Russian in your room,
Yes.
but you were not encouraged to read it.
That's correct.
Okay. And you, Stayce, said that you had gone to secret church.
Yes.
And had been told the gospel.
Yes.
But then the orphanage people came to you and said no?
Yes.
How would that be?
Our orphanage caretakers pulled me into the room and said, "You are too young to choose what you believe in." And they told me to not go to the church ever again.
And so they didn't ask you, they told you.
They told me.
And what were you supposed to believe in? Nothing?
I guess nothing, because they didn't teach us any other faith. Our people, Nenettes, they have...
Now hold on, back up.
Nenettes, yes.
And is that a tribe of...
That's the name for a group of people. The originals, the original Siberians.
Okay.
The Nenette group of people.
And those were Eskimos?
Eskimos.
All right.
They're just like Eskimos.
All right, so you're an Eskimo and you're from the tribe of Nanette.
Yes.
Okay. Now, is that tribe, is that like a religion, or is that, I mean, what?
That's just, what is it?
Is that an area?
No, that's just then.
Let me clarify a little bit. There's all the people groups that live north of the Arctic Circle are genetically related.
Okay.
There's Eskimos in Alaska. There's Inuits in Canada.
Okay.
There's Ninets
in
Siberia, and there's some others like Yavenki.
There are 7 or 8 other groups, as since the Siberia is a large area, and they have, as it gets warmer, those groups of people, though they are the same, they're different. They have different languages.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Different cultures.
Tom, would this be like the American Indian, and we had the Omaha tribe and we had the Chinook tribe? Is that kind of the same way?
Yes, that'd be a good analogy, yes.
Because the Nenettes are genetically related to other Russian Eskimos. Do I have that right?
Yeah, well, yes. Eskimo is really just a small group in Alaska.
Okay.
It's not an overall.
Okay.
There are several different groups of people that are all related.
Okay.
So the Ninets would be equal to Eskimo.
Oh, so they're not a Nanette Eskimo. They are a Nanette.
They're a Nanette, yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
How do you guys ever do this? I mean, you're dating. I can't wait to talk to you next hour about dating.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy stuff. The husbands are over here, Marcus and Juan. Marcus served in the Marines and was discharged. And Juan is currently in the Navy, you said? He's a Navy recruiter. Yep. And Juan's going to school to be a journalist. So
Marcus.
And so hopefully I'll be able to help him a little bit. And so he'll grow up to be a good journalist and not a... Well, never mind. I have a term. I used to talk politics every day. Okay. Get on the mic, please. And so I don't call them Democrats. I don't call them liberals. I don't call them progressive. I call them low information voters. Because I find that those people who think differently than I do, who have a different worldview than I do, here, I'm not trying to say they're wrong. They're just a different worldview, different biblical worldview, that they like information bites. Their news was the Stewart Show on TV, okay? And so if you put something on Facebook that says Stacey didn't pay her taxes next year, they'd run with that and tell everybody that Stacey never paid her taxes. That's what I call a low information voter, okay?
Okay.
I, on the other hand, am a nerd when it comes to information. I mean, you can tell by just doing this show today. I just want everything I know so I can make what I think is a calculated, discerning, quality of a biblical-based decision on stuff. Well, we just had a boom with a chair, but I think everybody's alive. So we'll move on here. I don't know if you can hear the kids in the background, but I think
he's fine.
I think it's amazing. I think it's wonderful. I don't know if can you hear it, Ryan? All the kids? It's not too loud, is it? No. Okay, good. If it was too loud, I'm sure King Chris would come over and tell us. All right. So you're living in an orphanage now. When you got to the orphanage, they always kept you together. right?
No. I came to the orphanage a year sooner than my sister.
And you were still with your aunt?
Mom.
No, I
Mom.
was with mom.
Okay, so you never went to aunt.
I lived there from age of 4. Well, I turned 5 there.
Okay.
At her house.
So
from 5 until 9.
So you were apart for 4 years?
No, we were together for 4 years, from 4 until 9.
Okay.
And then I had enough of abuse from my aunt. And that's when I decided to go to school and tell them what was really going on in the house. And on January 4th, they took me to the boarding school.
Boarding school?
Yes. I lived in a boarding school at the age of 9 until for a month. And then February 4th of 2000, they sent me to my mom's town.
All right, so when were the two of you reunited?
I was 12.
So 13.
I lived 2.5 years with my mom.
All right, and during those 2.5 years, you must have missed each other.
Well, we were divided by our parents ever since we were little.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we never were close. We were never as close as we are now.
Okay. So you've kind of created a brand new relationship since you came here 10 years ago.
Yes.
All right. We're going to take our last break. We're coming back. We are going to hear from the husbands in the next. By the way, this interview goes till 5. It's a full 2-hour interview today. If you think it's moving slow, that's my fault. I'm sorry. This is a lot of information I'm trying to gather, and hopefully we're getting this story told correctly. If you have any questions, feel free to jump on Facebook and private message me. You can call Ryan. We're not going to put a caller on the air. Too many headphones, too many noises. But you could ask Ryan the question, and then Ryan could relay that question in. All right, the break's coming. We thank you for listening. It's our Thanksgiving show here in Mac's World, live on 99.3 The Truth.
Credit cards are like grandkids. They love you, sometimes get out of control, and it's fun to get a new one. Who can stop them from piling on?
Hi, I'm Tom Coates with Consumer Credit of Des Moines. At the end of the day, you can return the grandkids, but you're stuck paying off bad credit card debt. We'll help you put the fun back into using credit cards responsibly. Right, kids?
Yeah! If you need help getting credit cards off your back, call Consumer Credit of Des Moines.
Hi, my name is David Burrier, your Hope Coach. I host a live weekly talk show called I've Been There every Thursday afternoon at 5:30, right here on Webcast1Live.com, and on my weekly radio program Saturday mornings at 10 on Truth Network 99.3 FM. I interview common everyday people who have survived incredible life challenges and who testify to God's faithfulness in the midst of their storms. So join me as we bring a message of hope and encouragement. Everybody needs hope. I know, because I've been there.
Rockton Prevention is celebrating 25 years of creating a caring community. We want to say thank you to the tens of thousands of Rock High School mentors that have carried our message of health, love, and encouragement to over 1.5 million children, teachers, and parents. Our mentors teach children methods and skills to prevent bullying and drug use. Thank you to all the school administrators, teachers, and counselors for their opportunity to serve you. Rock on, fair citizens. Rock on. This is Pat McManus for Rockton Prevention, the Richard O. Jacobson Foundation, and this station.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios, this is Webcast One Live.
All right, 10 minutes before the top of the hour, Salem Radio Network News. And then we're coming back with a second hour with this family. And it is Dyana and Stayce, who are now 25 and 27. They are from Siberia. They were raised in a village, and they are Nanette people, but I shouldn't say Nanette Eskimos. That's an oxymoron.
That's correct.
All right, so they are Nanettes. And we've been talking to the girls here for a while, and their kids are running around. I don't know. I just love stuff like this. You can see them coming in. If you're watching on the webcast, you can see them come in and out of the door on the green screen, which is kind of interesting. All of a sudden, this hole opens up. It's kind of like, where's Waldo? And here they are. All right, so the husbands are Marcus and Juan. Marcus is married to the younger young lady, Dyana, and Juan to married Stayce. All right, who came into the picture first? All right, so Marcus, you did. When did you meet Dyana?
We met when we were 17.
Here in Des Moines?
Yeah, out in Waukee.
All right, going to high school?
Actually, she was going to Des Moines Christian. I was going to Waukee High School, and we met at the movie theater.
For the first time, you met her at the movie theater?
On New Year's Eve.
Wow. So what, you guys were with some girls over here and some guys over here? No? Tell me about it.
I went up to all my friends. They were doing something else, and we were supposed to go do something, so I ended up going to the mall by myself. I went up there, bought a video game, decided to go see a movie. My whole life changed for the better after that.
There you go. What movie was it?
I Am Legend with Will Smith. Thanks, Will.
I love that movie. Love that movie. All right, now, Dyana,
Yes.
do you remember it the same way?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
so what were you doing there?
Well, my friends were working at the mall at the kiosk, sunglasses kiosk, and the Russian girls, and we were supposed to get together, and they just didn't get off on time, and they said we have to close because somebody did not show up. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to wait, and I decided to go buy a ticket for the movie.
And so did you meet outside of the movie theater or in the theater itself?
In the theater.
Yeah, well, I came into the movie theater, and it was pretty full because this was the day the movie came out.
Okay.
And I was like looking at the seats, and then I see Dyana. Of course, I didn't know her at the time, and there was 2 seats open next to her. And so I was thinking, oh, there's probably somebody with her. So I sat in the one,
Farthest
not right
away.
next to her.
Yeah.
And we kind of started talking about the movie and whatnot. And she's like, oh, it's getting scary. Can I sit next to you? And I was like, hey, why not?
Awesome. All right. Now, Juan, how did you meet Stayce?
Well, I met her in the San Diego base. She was getting off of her car with her sister. And for some reason, I felt that I needed to get closer to her. So I kind of acted like I was going to throw garbage out. And I saw her, and that same night, I actually prayed, and I said, if this, for some reason, I just felt like she was meant for me. So I prayed, and I asked God, if this is the one, then I will see her again tomorrow. So next day, when I went to work, I actually saw her. And
that had to freak you out.
And I was like, oh, game on.
Does that... Do you find God works in your life that way a lot?
Every single day, yes, I do.
Yeah. Before you leave, I'll give you one of my business cards. It's the only 6-page business card you'll ever get. And it's filled with Macisms, which I wrote very few of them. I basically stole them from other people. But my favorite one is number 3, and it says, coincidence is God's way of revealing himself.
Yes.
So when we have a tendency of going, oh, what a coincidence I ran into you, or that I saw you twice, or you had seats next to you in the theater. No, it wasn't. It was God on the move, and that's how we knew he was around. All right. We're coming up on our last break, and then we'll have our network news, and we'll come back and we'll have more conversation with the 4 of them. But I want to get the timeline straight. So you're both living in an orphanage. You've been reunited. You know your sisters.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you like each other?
No, we don't know each other at that time.
Okay.
We didn't know.
But you just knew you were sisters.
Yes,
Somebody came to me and said, there's another girl who kind of looks like you and has the same name. We had the same last names, I take it, and by different names. And I was like, well, it cannot be my sister because for the reason is she's with my aunt still. And they said, well, you guys kind of look alike, so you need to see her. So I waited for a very long time for her to get off school. And then when I saw her, I was like, yes, of course, it is her.
And so you went up to her, and
yes,
what did
we
you
started
say?
talking. Well, I don't remember what I said to you, but
Yeah, it was probably something like, "Hi, I'm your sister."
Yeah.
Now, what was that a big deal, or were there a lot of relatives running around?
You know, there was a lot of people that we at least I knew with Stayce, and I remember when we were little, when they were younger also, and they were in orphanage also, so we all recognized each other.
Yeah, you're all related
yes.
some way.
Yeah.
All right. How many people in the orphanage?
When we were there, we had 63.
63.
Was it 68?
Well, there is 3 buildings. There was one for babies, Jaden's age about 2 years, newborn to 2-year-old, and then second building was about from maybe 5, I would say 5-year-old until 8, and then there was from older was like us from 10 until 18.
And did you go to school at the orphanage?
We had a public school that we went.
So you didn't stay at the orphanage, you went to a public school?
No, we went to a public school.
Now, was this also in a region where it was dark 24/7 in the middle? Okay.
Yes, we would have to walk from, there's building that you have to walk to cafeteria. You have to walk to, and school you have to walk to, and it's about, I would say, maybe, 10 minutes walk each place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was always dark in the winter.
Yes.
And,
And cold. How did you ever stay
cold.
warm? It was 40 below.
Lots of clothes,
Lots
and
and
hats
lots of
and
clothes,
gloves.
yes.
Just like here. I always know different.
Oh, come on. We don't ever hit 40 below, do we? Because you're not talking wind chill. You're talking actual temperature.
Yeah,
Yes.
temperature. Yeah.
Wind chill had to be... I mean,
In
this
the
has got to
winter,
be
though.
tropical for you.
Not really. I mean,
No?
I was in Washington, and we didn't have any snow like last year when we were there. And coming here and having this first snow, it's kind of scared us. I want to go back to Washington now.
Washington State.
Washington State.
And you were stationed in Washington State?
Yes, for 5 years.
And now are you permanent in Bettendorf?
No, it's just for a 3-year tour.
And then you don't know where you'll go?
No, not yet.
It's kind of nice that you're together, though. I mean, you're this close.
Yes, it is nice.
Yeah, okay. All right, we're coming up on our last break, and this will be a 7-minute break with all the national news. We'll headline you on, we'll report to you the headlines on the Barack Obama press conference today. There really isn't anything going on other than, we're approaching the holidays in America and in France and in Berlin and all over, and everybody's unsettled and insecure, and I don't know what's going to happen. I just pray that Jesus is with us all and that he protects us from any evil that may come around us. All right, we're coming back. I'm J. Michael McCoy. If I haven't told you lately, thanks for listening. I love this job. Couldn't do it without you. Right here on The Truth, 99.3.